Okay, sorry, I dropped the phone. But I'm just trying to give you a view of Harrisburg's 2nd Street. Doesn't look like much right now. And frankly, there's not much for me here, except if I would go one block that way, I need to get some graphics. That is something I need. And start putting some of my editing skills to use. Thankfully, I did graduate from NYU to School for the Arts, and so as I commit more and more to this recovery message and this channel, I'll develop those things. But this way is the Susquehanna River, and it definitely is a reason to pick Harrisburg as a place to live and recover. We have a lot of great recovery resources here. I'm really blessed to be an addict in recovery in this area, because I really got in touch with some women in treatment, because this time I went to treatment, I had a totally different viewpoint. But before I start that, let me just finish this shooting story. Anyway, I ended up being okay. It definitely was drug related. The hat flew off of my head as I followed. What drove me even battier was the fact that, like, when we got to the church, this group of boys started busting out laughing, like there was something to laugh about, like somehow this was some sort of victory. But they shut up real quick when the shots started being fired up the street a ways. I don't know where it was, but we took off again. I don't even know why I stopped with them, frankly, because I felt safer being with them than apart. I don't know why. I don't know. You can't make sense of this, how people act when they're in this disease, and this mental health issue. And there's nothing scarier to me than people that have loaded guns and are suffering from untreated mental health. That is so dangerous. And we call it Allison Hill. It is a beautiful area, and there's so many beautiful, successful, amazing people making their home on Allison Hill. And I thank everybody that lives on Allison Hill that contributes in a positive way to making the hill what it really could be, which is a cultural knockout location. I mean, the history and just the beauty of the hill is amazing. I have to show you the cemetery one day. Just out of this world. Great place to make film. To anybody who's like a novice filmmaker, we got like the best locations. So I'll never forget busting in the back door, coming from the alley from that shooting, and to wrap up, my friend who's in the hospital, Michael, that I have made my current occupation and how I'm supporting myself. Michael was there, and I hugged onto him so hard and just bust into tears. And then I ran to the toilet. I was so nauseous from anxiety. And then went back and hugged him again. I know I've never hugged Michael that strongly, but I don't think I ever needed a hug so badly, and got one, a hug that I needed. And that's what I mean. Michael has been there for me. And although he can say some nasty things to me, um, and be sort of nasty, I know that he's going through a lot. Like, he just lost his wife of decades. And his body is going through all kinds of negative changes. And he's facing, you know, his mortality, you know. And it's, you know, what I want to be in Michael's life is someone that can hopefully model what getting a relationship with God is about. Michael doesn't really spend time with God, and you know, he'll admit that he doesn't keep that a secret, that he doesn't have a relationship with God. And you know, my pastor, brother Dan, and my other Pastor King, two of my heroes. They are prayer in action, and they are some of the best street ministers that God ever created, and they are truly nothing but an amazing blessing to me. And what they did was remind me of who I really truly am when I was in the throes of being ravished from the inside out and the outside in by my disease. They were able to, through prayer and through their connection with the Holy Spirit and God, they were able to, I don't know, it's just so, it means a lot to me that they were able to remind me of who I really am. Because I really, really forgot. My heart ached so bad for losing my fiance and children. And just the life we had together. I was so selfish and ungrateful. And it's crazy because I'm not an ungrateful, selfish person. But my disease completely, you know, that's why they call it cunning and baffling, because it really doesn't fucking make sense. And I'm a person that, you know, likes to think things through 1,000 times over. And, you know, if most addicts do have obsessive and compulsive thinking and that kind of thinking that keeps you up at night, and like when you can't stop obsessing over the same freaking thing, like, why can't I have it my way? You know, I've suffered from that, and with recovery and support and through honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness, I have been able to, well, looky here. It says Metropolis. So I used to lease this beautiful building here in my early 20s. And this was one of the first things I lost in my disease. Hi, guys.
You too.
I used to own a theater in this building right here, and I painted this wall green about 20 years ago, and that was my baby, and that was one of the things that I've lost, many, 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 many things. So if you're young out there and you're using, oh God, please, if you somehow see me in this message, I know I never listened to anyone, but please stop. Please put it down. Please just give it a chance. Just be a little open-minded that I might know a little bit of what I'm talking about, because I thought I was going to smoke crack till the day I died. And, you know, like I said, I have a college degree. I'm in graduate school. This is someone that a lot of people thought would couldn't even imagine picking up a crack pipe. I just come from a place where the people don't do that. And you know what's crazy is me and the girl I grew up next to, a woman I'm extremely proud of. She is getting closer and closer to a decade off of cocaine and heroin. She is one of my mentors and role models and an inspiration. And definitely when I relapsed, she was a reason not to pick up and to continue to pick up and to get my shit together. I couldn't I couldn't let her down like that. Not my Amy. She's a good friend. She's my first friend I ever had. I was 3 years old when I met this woman, and somehow, you know, and that's how God works. I mean, we only used together maybe less than a handful of times, really. She's 2 years younger than me, so, after we grew up in our neighborhood and went on, and growing up, we had a different set of friends and things, but it doesn't matter. I could go 15, 20 years without seeing Amy. She is going to be my sister for a lifetime. I just love her. And Narcotics Anonymous saved that woman's life. I mean, her willpower and her honesty and willingness in working that program. So, there's many ways to recover, guys, but that just is the program that works the best for me. Although I am going to be looking into refuge recovery. I picked up the literature. This place is so cute right here. It's called Home 231. Wow. I am meant to go eat at this restaurant. Home 231. Like, it's just, that's another story, but that name really reminds me of something that I had been inspired to be a part of. I'm always trying to create stuff. I love working with artists. Like I was showing you down the street here. This is a cute little street. I opened my own theater. Way back in the day, I named it the Mantis Collective. I had 2 business partners, and my poor choices created my downfall there. And shortly after that is when I picked up crack cocaine. And so my life as an artist took a big hiatus for a while, longer than a while. And anyway, I'm just trying to share some of myself with you. And today has been low-key. I'll tell you what, I'm noticing maybe it's my brain coming off of drugs and things like that, but I've got to really be on my toes because schedule and routine are really important, especially in early recovery. But really, I hear so many predecessors of mine, people with some serious time, say how important routine and schedule is to keeping clean. And because of my lifestyle right now, having lost everything, I'm really dependent on other people for things. Not having a car. Well, I am just learning the bus schedule and things of that nature, so I kind of screwed up some things earlier on in the day with not realizing that the Saturday bus schedule is different than the rest of the week. So I am getting through it, and just had to readjust, but I really just want to hone in on the fact that, if you want to stay clean and you're coming into this new, develop a routine, get a planner, get sleep, go to bed at the same time every night, wake up at the same time every morning, and start your day early. There's no reason to be up late. There's just no reason. Um, we're trying to save our lives, right? And this disease is up here. And it's very smart. It's much smarter than any of us. All of us um, put together if we're not working together. Now, what the disease cannot win against is me and you working together. So, me and you, a group of us, putting our heads together and communicating and helping each other by talking about what works for us, encouraging each other. That's huge. I can't tell you how much it means to me when another recovering addict gives me just some words of encouragement, tells me I did a good job. If you stayed clean today, you are a miracle to me. You are my inspiration. And I'm getting teary eyed because that's serious. It's completely real. And I just want to thank you for working a program and keeping your body and your mind free of drugs and alcohol today. Because I know how hard it can be, and I want you to live. And a lot of other people want you to live too. So we gotta help each other, and thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Remember to pray.